Yes. It's your boy Manny dropping another video. I'm gonna drop the Premier League Week 21, which will be taking place on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The midweek games. Games are coming in thick and fast now during this time of the year. So we're in the second half of the season, so games will be coming quick and fast now. A lot of games at a short period because of certain things like Champions League, Europa League are coming up soon. So games are gonna come in thick and fast now. So yeah, we're going up to week 21, 10 games as usual. Hopefully it'll be a better week than week 20. So speaking of week 20, got 7 out of 10 right. I thought it was going to be a perfect week, but on Sunday and Monday, things didn't work out at all. Yeah, the Liverpool match, they drew against United and Wolves didn't even score a goal. And I think was I can't remember the third match, but yeah, I know I got 7 out of 10 right. And yeah, so that we move on then from that. So we're gonna move on to week 21. Hopefully it'll be a perfect week for everyone. So let's get into it. So the first match will be on Tuesday. Will be Brentford versus Manchester City. Both teams are coming off from big wins from the last match. Brentford beat Southampton 5-0. Manchester City beat West Ham 4-1. So 11 versus 6. Both of them coming off from wins. So let's get into it. So these are the key points. Manchester City on a 2 games winning streak. So Manchester City are now finding their form lately now. They beat Leicester and now they beat West Ham, so they're on a 2 games winning streak. Can they continue this winning streak to close the gap from the top two? You see, Brentford on a 2 games losing streak at home. So before somehow, somewhere, Brentford start losing their way at home, they had the perfect home record. They were, listed the best home team in the league until they met Arsenal and then no, sorry, Nottingham Forest, and then suddenly they lost to Nottingham Forest. Now they lost to Arsenal, so 2 games back-to-back losses at home. So this is not looking good for Brentford. They need to fix that up as soon as possible. Manchester City on a 3 games winning streak against Brentford. So the last time Brentford got a win against City was back in 2003. I mean 2023. So they beat Manchester City 1-0. Since then it's just been City all out. So City got 3 games on a winning streak since then. So could they make that fourth? We see. So my prediction for this match will be Manchester City to score over a goal and over 6 corners. I do see City scoring goal because they are currently on form now. They're finding the ways. And I do see at least 7 or 8 corners or even 10 in this match. And I'll say 2-1 to the wayside. I think Manchester City are going to continue this winning streak. It's around this time that's where City start kicking off and start finding the form. And then next we know they might even win the Premier League. I don't know about this season, but you know how City operates during this second half of the season. So next game will be at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea will host Bournemouth. Chelsea are coming off from a draw against Crystal Palace. Bournemouth are coming off from a win against Everton 4 versus 7 at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday. Let's get into it. So, and these are the key points. 1 win in 5 games for Chelsea. So the last win for Chelsea was against Brentford 2-1, and since then they got 2 draws and 2 losses. And because of them dropping points in the last 4 games, they now find themselves fourth. So they're still, I won't say they're out of the title race, but yeah, the way they're dropping points, it looks like they'll be out of it sooner than later. Bournemouth currently on the 8 games unbeaten, one. So since the last loss was against Brighton, which was a couple months ago, but since then Bournemouth has been on an unbeaten one with 8 games. They haven't lost for the last 8 games, so they got a couple wins, a couple draws. Can they continue? We see. 3 points separate the two clubs. So Chelsea got 36 points while Bournemouth got 33. So only 3 points separate the two. So this is a must win for both sides. So and probably 3 points for both sides to see where they're gonna be at the table. So my prediction for this one would be over 2.5 goals on both teams to score. I say Chelsea will have score because they're currently at home. Bournemouth are currently on form right now, and they're very good at away than they are at home. So I do see Bournemouth scoring goals, and it will be like more than like 3 or 4 goals in this match. And I'm gonna go 3-2 to Bournemouth. I won't be surprised if Bournemouth beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. I would do. So our next match will be at the London Stadium, East London versus West London, London Derby. West Ham will host Fulham. West Ham are coming off from a loss against Manchester City, while Fulham are coming off from a draw against Ipswich. So 14th versus 9th. So let's get into it. So these are the key points. Graham Potter. So as you know, West Ham previous manager Joan Liverpool got sacked this week just gone, and now Graham Potter has taken over. His first game was against Aston Villa in the FA Cup yesterday, and they lost. So well, bad start for Graham. That's in FA Cup, but now his first match will be on the Premier League on Tuesday. We see what happens. One win in 6 games for Fulham. So the last win for Fulham was against Chelsea, which they beat, which they won 2-1. Since then, it's just been most draws and like one or two losses, but most of them has been draws to Fulham. So they need to find a way to win matches because I know they're getting a pot, but they're also dropping 2 points at the same time. So it's not good for Fulham in general. Can Fulham get a second win at West Ham? So last season, Fulham beat West Ham 1-0. So yeah, that was a good win for them last season. Can they make it back-to-back wins at London Stadium? We see. So my prediction for this match will be both teams to score. I do see both teams scoring in this match. Fulham, I do see them scoring away from home. They has been for the last few games. West Ham with the new manager, everything, new energetic team. So I do see them having a say in this match. And I'll say 2-2 in this match. Hopefully it'll be interesting. Nonetheless, but I do see both teams
So the
scoring in
last
this match
match on
regardless.
Tuesday will be a blockbuster match. For this season will be Nottingham Forest, who are currently third, against Liverpool, are currently first. Nottingham Forest are coming off from a huge win against Wolves. They won 3-0, and Liverpool are coming off from a draw against their huge rivals Manchester United 2-2. So third versus first. This is a must win for both sides. So let's get into it. So these are the key points. Nottingham are on a 6 games winning streak, so Nottingham are just finding the form. They have been the surprise team this season, so credits to them, credits to the players and the manager, most importantly. So yeah, they're currently on form. They're just finding ways to win, either be 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. Regardless, they are finding ways to win, and they also got proper clean sheets the last few games as well. So the defense has been very solid. Liverpool haven't lost away from home so far. So Liverpool currently have the best away record in the league. They got 7 wins and 2 draws, no losses. So they're currently unbeaten away from home. Can they continue that on Tuesday? It will be a tough, but I can see that happening possibly a must win. So 6 points are separating the two sides. So Liverpool got 46, Nottingham Forest got 40. Remember, Arsenal are second, so they're between first and third. So it's a must win for both sides, and especially Nottingham Forest if they want to close the gap for Liverpool. Liverpool themselves, if they want to extend the gap. Also, they got a game in hand as well. So it's a must win. So my prediction will be over 1.5 goals. It was tough predicting this match, I'll be honest with you, because at the same time, I don't know if I can see a lot of goals in this match. It will be a very tough contest. Nottingham Forest are very good defensively, so I don't see them consider a lot of goals. But then again, Liverpool are very deadly attacking wise. I'll say 1-1. I'm just gonna be fair. Nottingham are no joke this time around. This right now. Liverpool obviously they're the favourites, but then again, Nottingham are currently on form, so I'll say
Now the
1-1 draw
Tuesday
in this
games are out
match.
of the way. Now we're moving on to Wednesday matches. So first off, on Wednesday will be at Goodison Park. Everton will host Aston Villa. Everton are coming off from a loss against Bournemouth. The loss 1-0. Aston Villa coming off from a win against Leicester City 2-1. So 16th versus 8th. Let's get into it. So these are the key points. David Moyes is back at Goodison Park. So if you know Sean Dyche got sacked, Everton has just been on they haven't been good this season as usual. But they are on a losing streak the past few weeks. Sean Dyche got sacked couple hours before they were facing Petersburg at the FA Cup round. So that was very strange. I never heard of a manager getting sacked before a game before the match starts. But nonetheless, now they got David Moyes. It's the first time back at Everton since for 12 years. So 12 years is this is the first time in 12 years for David Moyes to be back at Goodison Park. I don't know about the high win. I'm 50-50 on that, to be honest, because things have changed since then. But we see what happens. Aston Villa on a 5 games losing streak away from home. Yeah, Aston Villa are currently on one against Leicester and they also won in the FA Cup against West Ham, but away from home is a different story. Yeah, they're on the 5 games losing streak away from home, so it's not good at all, and they need to fix that up. So yeah, if they want to go further up than the Premier League. in this fixture, 3 out of the last 5 games, there has been over 2 goals. So this game can be back and forth at times, depending. So the 3 games out of the 5, there has been over 2 goals. And with all these circumstances, everything going on, I can possibly see that happening. So my prediction for this match would be over 2.5 goals. I say because of the new manager comes in, new Everton, new everything, it'll be different Everton, you know. I don't know about this Devil Moyes coming back to Everton. I don't know. We see what happens. Aston Villa, I feel they'll have a say in this match. And I'm gonna go 2-1 Aston Villa. I know it's a risky one, but I just think Aston Villa might steal this one. I might be wrong, but nonetheless, I say it's over
So next
2.5
match on
goals.
Wednesday will be Leicester versus Crystal Palace, 19th versus 15th. Leicester coming off from a loss against Aston Villa. Crystal Palace coming off from a draw against Chelsea. So this is a must win for both sides. So let's get into it. They're still within the relegation battle, these two clubs. Leicester on a 5 games losing streak. Yeah, this Buffon this was experience is not working. I say it's a boss, unfortunately. My video on when I did the final prediction on my table, I do see Leicester getting relegated, and I think that's gonna happen if things don't change soon. Palace on the 5 games, unbeaten, one away from home. I did say previously if Palace are a better away side than they are at home. They have got a couple wins away from home. I mean, yeah, away from home, and yeah, they are picking more points away than at home. So it's Palace are more of a threat, a must win. So this is a must win for Leicester if they want to get themselves out of relegation. So I know they need a couple points to get themselves out of relegation. But if they win against Palace, it's a start. But Palace from themselves, if they can create the away good form away from home, then I'll see them going high on the table. So my prediction would be Crystal Palace double chance and both teams to receive a yellow card. I do see both teams receiving a yellow card, disciplinary issues, and I do favor Crystal Palace in this one. I'm not too 100% favor them, but I'll say a double chance to be safe. And I say 2-1 to Palace. I do have it 2-1 Palace, but in
So
general,
our
I just
next
have a
match
double
on
chance.
Wednesday will be at St James's Park. Newcastle will host Wolves. Newcastle coming off from an important win against Tottenham. The Newcastle won 2-1. Wolves are coming off from a win. I mean, Wolves are coming off from a loss against Nottingham Forest. They lost 3-0. So 5th versus 17th. So let's get into it. So these are the key points. Newcastle can't stop winning. Yeah, Newcastle are currently on a 6 games winning streak. They just can't stop winning, and also they're currently on form. They're on fire right now. Yeah, they're just picking teams apart lately, and I feel they might continue in the next few weeks. Bad loss for Wolves. Wolves were finding their feet with this new manager with 2 wins and a draw. Before the Nottingham Forest match, and then Nottingham Forest happened, they lost 3-0. That was a bad loss for them. So can they regroup? We see. Newcastle on a 2 games winning streak against Wolves. So last season, the Newcastle has beaten Wolves home and away. So they're currently on a 2 games winning streak. Can they make that third? We see. So my prediction for this match would be Newcastle win. Newcastle are currently on fire with Isak, Gordon, the midfielder Guimaraes, Joe Linton, and Tonelli. The defense is rock solid. But that attacking wise of Isak and Gordon, they're just on fire. You know what I mean? They're just good chemistry, and I feel Newcastle will win in this match. I say 3-1 to the home side. So this will be three
So the
points for
last match on
Newcastle.
Wednesday will be another blockbuster for week 21 this week coming. North London derby, Arsenal versus heated rivals and enemies, Tottenham Hotspur. N5 versus N17, second versus 12. Arsenal coming off from a draw against Brighton, and Tottenham coming off from a loss against Wolves. So this is a must win for both sides, not only for where they are in the Premier League table, but for bragging rights as always. So let's get into it. So these are the key points. Can Arsenal bounce back from last week's draw? Yeah, Arsenal drew against Brighton, which was felt like a loss to be honest. So that was 2 points drop. Arsenal just I don't know what's going on attacking wise. They're just not been finding the feet. One minute they feel like attacking wise they're there. Next minute they're just down the drain. Yeah, the team is just all over the place. And also the loss against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup midweek. So things went from bad to worse. So they need to start getting wins somehow, some way. three losses in 5 games for Spurs. So things are not looking good for Arsenal. Things are looking worse for Tottenham Hotspur. Three losses in 5 games. They've been losing a lot of matches, especially at home as well. They've been losing a good few matches away from at home as well. Yeah, Spurs being Spurs, so I don't expect anything from them. So yeah, this has not been looking good for both North London side. The last time Spurs won at Emirates was back in 2010. So for Spurs fans, the last time you won at Emirates was, back in 2010 was a 3-2 match. Gareth Bale did his thing, scored a goal, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that was the last time Spurs won at Emirates. But since then, it's just been mostly Arsenal wins and just like two draws, I think, within that period. But most of them has been Arsenal wins. So going to Emirates just been bad luck for Spurs every single year. So my prediction would be over 1.5 goals. Yeah, I would like to say over 2.5, but the way Arsenal attacking wise, it's just been dreadful. And now we've had Bukayo Saka, our main threat. I don't know. And Spurs themselves, they're not even reliable themselves. So usually North London games are always good, a lot of goals, but lately, um, I don't know, man. So I'm just gonna say over 1.5 goals, and I say 2-1 to the home side. I'm gonna stick with Arsenal to win regardless. I'm not gonna choose Tottenham to lose. I need to win over Arsenal. Forget that. But yeah, I would say maybe 2-0, 2-1 to Arsenal, 3 points
So we're
for us.
moving on to Thursday matches now. So there's only two matches on Thursday. So first off will be Ipswich versus Brighton. Both teams are coming off from a draw. Ipswich drew against Fulham, while Brighton drew against Arsenal. 18th versus 10th. Let's get into it. So these are the key points. Can Ipswich continue their winning ways at home? So at home, they won against Chelsea, which was a couple of weeks ago. They won 2-0. And they continue that winning streak at home, which they need to. We see. Brighton are 3 games unbeaten away from home. So Brighton, they've been 50-50 this season. At first, I thought it was looking good, but last few months it's been going down. They have been picking a point, but they're also dropping 2 points as well. So most of them has been draws. So they need to figure out how to get wins. Can Ipswich get themselves out of relegation zone? So Ipswich are currently on the same point with Wolves with 16 points. A win on Thursday will maybe get themselves out of the relegation zone, which they need to. So we see what happens. So my prediction for this match will be under 3.5 goals. I don't see a lot of goals in this match. In this match, to be honest, I say Ipswich maybe get one on something, but Brighton, I'm not too sure. I'm 50-50 on them, and I say 1-1. I might see one of them winning it or stealing it, but regardless, I see
And
under
the last
3.5 goals.
game for week 21 will be at Old Trafford. Manchester United will host Southampton. Manchester United are 13th. They're coming on from a draw against Liverpool, an important draw, nonetheless. Southampton are coming on from a huge loss against Brentford. They lost 5-0, so they're still dead last as we speak. They've always been dead last anyway. So 13th versus 20th. Let's get into it. So these are the key points. An important point for United. So to be honest, everyone would have predicted Liverpool to win, um, but things just strange things happened. So United, for some, they performed well, better than I expected. So, and I thought they should have won. They should have won anyway. But it's what it is. So they got an important point against Liverpool at Anfield. So it was 2-2. Can they continue, a positive form going forward? We see. Southampton still has the worst away record in the league. Southampton got 2 draws and 8 losses. So, and they consider a lot of goals away from home. So, and they're currently dead last as well. So things just not looking good for them at all. The last 2 games in this fixture, a player got sent off. So this has been something for you guys to look at. The last 2 games in this fixture between the two, a player got sent off. Can it be a third time lucky for a player to get sent off? We see. So my prediction for this will be Manchester United double chance. I could see Manchester United winning this, but at the same time, Manchester United being Manchester United this season, they're not reliable, they're not trustworthy. I'm gonna stick with double chance to be safe. So I'm not gonna be fully 100% on them yet. And I'll say 2-1 to the Devils. So I'll see this as a 3 point for them because Southampton are just a really bad side. But then again, United being United, I'm not
Okay,
fully
so now you
100%.
made it to the end of the video. So these are the predictions for week 21 for the Premier League that's going to take place for midweek. So I'll go over it. Manchester City to score over a goal and over 6 corners. Chelsea versus Bournemouth over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. Crystal Palace double chance and both teams to receive a yellow card. Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool over 1.5 goals. Everton versus Aston Villa over 2.5 goals. Arsenal versus Tottenham over 1.5 goals. Ipswich versus Brighton under 3.5 goals. Manchester United double chance. West Ham versus Fulham both to score and Newcastle to win. So these are my predictions for week 21. So take a look. All right, so we move on to the three best bets for the week 21. So I've chose Chelsea versus Bournemouth over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. I do see a lot of goals in this match, and I do see both teams scoring. Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool over 1.5 goals. It will be a tough contest, but nonetheless, I'll see goals in this match. West Ham versus Fulham, both teams to score. Fulham, they've been finding goals away from home lately. West Ham with the new manager, I think they will have a say in this match. So I say both teams will score. So these are my three best bets for week 21. So hopefully it goes to the plan, get 3 of 3, or even possible 10 out of 10 perfect week for once. So hopefully, fingers crossed. So those are my predictions for week 21. So thank you for watching. Hope you like the videos. Continue liking the videos. Continue subscribing. Hopefully, we get more subscribers and more views and everything. But nonetheless, for all the supporters, everything that have been watching and supporting since day one, I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully, it'll be a good week for all of us, including me myself. I'll see you next time. God bless. See you next time. Bye.